Focus.
Okay, ready? All right, hi everybody. Today we are going to do a little guess and check method to find out the factors of this polynomial. Our leading coefficient is not 1, so it makes these challenging, so that's why we use our guess and check method. So we're going to make our two sets of parentheses. A lot of times we have a pencil for this, or we can use a pen, but we want to write really lightly until we commit and we know that our answers are perfect. So the way it works for guess and check is the very first term has to be the product of the two first terms in each one. So what multiplies to 3x squared? You don't really have much of a choice there. It's going to be a 3x and an x, right? That's pretty much, a 3 to 1 is pretty much, and it doesn't matter which one goes where. In the end, we have a 12. Now in a 12, we have a couple factors there. So we do have a 3 and a 4, a 6 and a 2, a 12 and a 1. So it could drive you crazy. But eventually, you're going to get a good feeling for which numbers to pick. And I usually say to start with the one that is not spread apart. So I usually don't go for the 12 and the 1. I pick the numbers that are closer together to start. So I really don't know this problem, so I'm just giving it my best shot. I'm going to say it's a 3 and a 4. And I'm going to throw my 3 anywhere, and I'm going to throw my 4 anywhere. Now, to be honest with you, already, I know if I throw a 3 here and a 4 here, I might get what I want. Because you start to get a feeling for it. That's how fast these can go. But I think I'm going to throw my 4 here and my 3 here. Let's see what happens with this. Okay, so then I just threw them in. Anything you're guessing, 12 and 1, 6 and 2, 3 and 4, just throw it in, no panic. Now, the best part is right here. We're going to do a little outer, and we're going to do a little inner. So we have 3x times 4, and that's going to be 12x. And we have 3 times x here, and that's going to be a 3x. Can that get me to a 5? Well, I don't think I can pick any signs right here, whether I add a 12 and a 3 or I subtract a 12 and a 3 to get me to a 5. So it's these two in the middle that have to get to that guy? Nope. So that means I chose poorly. So all you have to do is a quick switch. 3 here, 4 here. Now again, it's going to look like I tried a whole lot, but you'll see eventually you're a pretty good guesser on the first shot. So let's see what we got now. So now we have 3x times 3, that's a 9x. And we have 4 times x, and that's a 4x. Can I get myself to a 5x? Absolutely. How can I get there? Well, if this sign is a minus and this sign is a plus, when I add the two, won't I have a negative 5x? Yay! So now all I have to do is extend where the signs go. So the idea is this has to be your negative 9x, so that means my negative has to go there, right? And then this, I just drag right up here, and that has to be my plus 4. And then if you really want to know, seal the deal, you multiply it back, obviously fully FOIL, to make sure you're right. So now, that's one with a minus sign. Let's try one with a plus sign. Again, what multiplies to 6x squared? Well, we got a choice, 6 and 1. 3 and 2. I usually say pick the ones closer together, so I'm going to go for a 3 and a 2. So I have a 3x and a 2x. Do I get 6x squared back? Yes, I do. Now in the back, 2, what multiplies to 2? 2 and 1. I don't have a choice with this, but I do have a choice on where to put it. Just going to throw it in, not even going to think. 2 and 1. Let's see if I guessed correctly. So now I have 3x times 2, which is a 6x. 2x times 1, which is a 2x. Can't get myself to a 13. I got a 6 and a 2. If I add, I get 8. If I subtract, I get 4. It's not going to happen. So I must have messed up my 2 and my 1. So I put my 2 and my 1. Erase these guys. Try it real quick again. So what I get here is a 3x and a 4x. Uh-oh, what's going to happen with this one? I still can't get to my negative 13. Now I know for sure that it had to be the 6 in the front. Has to be a 6 and a 1, it can't be a 3, that's it. So I'm actually glad this happened to show you the different possibilities that I could pick. So we got 6 and a 1. Again, believe it or not, you get so good at it that this happens so quickly, it's not even fun. So now we can try our 6x, 2x. Again, is that going to get me to a 13? Nope. Final answer. Now this is almost the most amount of times you would even try. So most times you're going to guess way before this. So now I have a 2 and a 1, which I already know that is going to give me my 12. So I have a 12x and a 1x. So when I multiply that, I want to get that 12x, but I want it to be a negative 13 in the middle. So This sign and this sign would both have to be minus signs for us to get to a negative 13. If you agree, then we extend that out. So this has to be negative 12x, that has to be a negative there. And of course, then we end up with our full piece. If we multiply that back, we get the original. So, use a pencil, because you might make some changes. But believe it or not, you could be faster than this than any other method there is, because you'll get an idea for it. So I hope I've helped. Happy year. Have a great year. And that's it, an A2T. We'll see you at the Regents.